Welcome to Change Happened, Then What? For the next month, I'm bringing you a different kind of story, a collection of winter tales from around the world, stories that have been carried through generations, shaped by culture, faith, tradition, and the simple human need to understand the darker season of the year. There's something about this time of year that invites us to slow down and listen a little differently. The nights grow long, the world grows quiet, and the season itself seems to ask us, what do we carry with us into the dark? And what helps us find our way back to the light? For generations, people across every culture, every landscape, and every faith have answered those questions with stories. Stories shared around fires and candlelight. Stories whispered in temples and kitchens and small winter homes. Stories passed from voice to voice, season to season, heart to heart. In this special collection, I'll be sharing 8 of those winter tales, each one from a different corner of the world, a different tradition, a different way of understanding this cold and tender time of year. Some come from ancient myth, some from history, some from legend, but all of them carry something unremarkably human, because when you listen closely, you start to notice a thread running through them, the desire to belong, the need for hope, the belief that light always returns, and the truth that we are held by each other, by memory, and by something larger than ourselves. These stories remind us that even though we come from different walks of life, different cultures, different religions, we still are shaped by the same longing for warmth in the winter, for meaning in the dark, and for connection in a world that can sometimes feel divided. And maybe if these ancient winter tales can meet one another so gracefully, if their messages can overlap and echo across oceans and centuries, then perhaps we can see that reflected in our own lives too. Perhaps we are more similar than we are different, if we only take the time to look, if we take the time to listen. So, wherever you are, early morning with a warm cup in your hands, late night when the house is still, or somewhere in between, I invite you to settle in, breathe a little deeper, and let these winter stories meet you exactly where you are, because winter has always been the season of storytellers, and the stories we share in the dark are the ones that help us find our way back to the light together. I'm your host, Heather Holt, and this is your Holiday Story Series. Today's story comes from Latin America and Spanish-speaking cultures around the world. Three Kings Day is celebrated each year on January 6th, long before Christmas trees and stockings spread across the globe. This was the day children waited for with bright eyes and hopeful hearts. It honors the journey where 3 wise men who followed a star across desert nights to bring gifts to a newborn child. For many families, this day still holds a tenderness all on its own. Shoes are left out, filled with hay or grass for king's camels. Children wake to find gifts beside them, not from a chimney, but from a pilgrimage guided by light. This is a story inspired by that journey, a story of searching, discovering, and understanding that sometimes the smallest gifts carry the greatest meaning. They say that long ago, In a land where night skies stretched wide and stars glimmered like scattered fire, there lived 3 kings who studied the heavens. Their names, passed down through tradition, were Melkor, Gaspar, and Balthazar. Each ruled a different kingdom. Each carried a different wisdom, and each, one winter night, saw the same extraordinary sight, a star brighter than they had ever known. It wasn't simply shining, it was beckoning. Melkor saw it while reading ancient scrolls. Gaspar saw it while measuring constellations. Balthazar saw it while walking under an open sky. The 3 kings set out separately, each drawn to the same guiding light. Their caravans crossed deserts and hills, moving slowly through cold nights and quiet dawns. And when they finally met on a narrow road, their hearts recognized the truth. They had been called to the same journey. Together they continued, 3 men of 3 different lands, now sharing maps, stories, food, laughter, and purpose. As the nights grew colder and the days grew shorter, the star never dimmed. It shone steady like a promise. After many days of travel, they reached a small village. The star hovered above it, flickering gently. The kings expected a palace, a throne, or a palace befitting royalty. Instead, they found a modest home, its doorway warmed by lantern light. Inside, they found a young family, surprised but welcoming, and there, in the arms of his mother, was a child whose presence felt like the sunrise. Melkor offered gold, a symbol of kingship. Gaspar brought frankincense for spirit and prayer. Balthazar laid down myrrh, a costly fragrant that expressed honor and devotion. The family thanked them, though the kings did not stay long. Some stories say they left quietly, not wanting to disturb the child's rest. Others say they stayed for a meal, laughing softly with the weary parents under the glow of lantern light. What matters most is what the journey taught them, that light does not always lead to grandeur. Sometimes it leads to humility, tenderness, in the smallest of beginnings. In many Latin American homes, children still place shoes by the door on the eve of 3 Kings Day, filled with hay or grass for the camels. By morning, the hay is gone, replaced with gifts, reminders of the king's long journey and the hope they carried across cold winter nights. But beyond the gifts, 3 Kings Day teaches something deeper, that when we follow what calls to us, even through uncertainty, even through winter, we may find something simple and extraordinary waiting at the end of the journey. A new beginning, a small light, a story worth carrying into the new year. Thank you for spending this time with me and for walking through this entire season of stories. This episode brings us to the close of our Holiday Story series. 8 stories shared across cultures, traditions, and generations. Stories that come from different places, different beliefs, and different histories, yet somehow all carry the same quiet truth, that light matters, that community matters, that hope is something we pass, hand to hand, heart to heart. These stories were never meant to belong to just one night or just one holiday. They were meant to be carried forward, told again and again, shared with children, used as a gentle lesson about why this season means so much to so many, and how, when we really listen, we begin to see how much we have in common. If you're a parent, grandparent, an aunt, uncle, or a teacher, or simply someone who loves stories, I hope you'll return to these episodes. Use them as a way to walk with young people about empathy, tradition, resilience, and connection, about how different cultures, name the same hopes in different ways, and about how in every story, someone chooses light. I'm your host, Heather Holt, and around here, I'm never alone. Waylon and Dalton are curled up nearby, listening right along with you, or pretending to, while secretly planning their next snack or snow adventure. If these stories touched you, I'd love for you to share them with someone who could use a little light, with a family member who loves tradition, with a child who's learning what this season means, or with someone you miss. And if you've enjoyed this holiday series, taking a moment to rate the show or leave a review helps these stories find their way into more ears, the same way one candle can light another and another and another. From our home to yours, from Waylon and Dalton, and everyone who helped bring these stories to life, thank you for being a part of this season. Happy holidays, and may the light you carry continue to guide you into the new year, long after the decorations come down.